Hello everybody, hope you are doing well. Here's a French bull, ready to talk about Bitcoin. So yeah, starting with the chart that I got on the top snapshot, because I think it's relevant. So keep it simple. Of course, we have to to be able to read simple, but yeah, we have support, we have resistance. We did reject from our resistance, we did find support at support. Now I'm just finding inside of it. One important thing is that we did change market structure last week significantly. So yeah, I'm betting on a higher low, right? Invalidation, full invalidation remaining below this swing low. But the idea is clearly to take that high before taking that low, potentially. I'm expecting a bounce here. I will see intermediary may have resistance and stay in some kind of range before breaking the high. We're gonna go over this potential scenarios. Let's see. Hello Jenny, hello Nick, good evening from Asia. Hope you're doing well, can't wait for the French bear to return. Nice to see there's people watching from Asia, that's really nice. While the bear might return when we take that high. If we do, of course. But yeah, until now, that's it. This is looking really hellish right now, says Jerome. Denise, hi. Alexan, hi. Hello, Basil. Do you look at 18,900? I mean, potentially, I'm looking at the lower time frame. I'm not expecting especially lower. Not so much. But invalidation remain below that low, so if we go, we go. And you know, sometimes it's not like we have a clear count here. The lower time frame. Don't you expect BTC to fall through? No, I don't. So yeah, here it is. And you know, market tend to really balance. We had a bull week, we had a bear week. Looking for another bull week. In fact, I find that funny was looking at my thumbnail here. YouTube, how well, I don't make them every week, but for the past few weeks it's really always been quite this. Start here and zoom in maybe a bit more. So yeah, looking at a rejection here. The week after we did reject. Looking at more upside. We got more upside. Looking at a rejection. We did get a rejection. Side of the week. Here again, looking at a rejection, support at the golden pocket, exactly what we bounced from. So there was a week in between. Now looking at a reversal again that week. The week following we did reversed. Now we went to a few weeks of bearishness, but then we started to reverse. Looking at the upper level from which we reject exactly again. Now I'm expecting a reversal again. Can I be wrong? Of course I can be wrong. But yeah, we'll see. Here I will say the main bias for this is really reading an impulsive in that move. So if we have an impulsive, this cannot be a correction by itself. It need at least another sweep of the high at some point. And then maybe we go lower. For that we'll see later, but now we have a range. I don't see any reason to be bearish here at the bottom of the range after a market structure change and impulse printed. And while everybody is feeling quite bearish, not everybody, but I mean, yeah, I know stocks are down, and for sure if stocks start to completely collapse, might pull Bitcoin with them. But yeah, I mean, there's support as well on stock, right? We are at a daily level right now. Order block here. The order block prior to the breakout on this kind of consolidation. This kind, because yeah, I mean, we have deviation, consolidation, daily order block, breakout. That's where we are right now. Is it the time to be really bearish on stock? I mean, you may know I'm quite bearish on stock on the very high time frame. I'm not sure this is the right time to remain bearish. Anyway, if I still have shorts running on Bitcoin, right? Just that right now I took 75% of profit on my short. That's where it was time to short, to be bearish. And so if it continues down, well, I will lose a trade and have a short running. I expect 14,500 today or next day. Okay, that's a lot. So you're just expecting a full breakdown today or tomorrow. That's a lot of confidence. 3K BTC before midnight. Okay. Hello, Swooping Hawk. Hello. What if that impulse is just a C wave of an ABC and we are looking at an impulse lower? So you're suggesting what if this is wave C of ABC, for example? That would be a valid count to me, for sure. If we do lose this low, I will consider it. For now, I am not, but I would not say it's invalid. I mean, there is valid argument to be bearish. Always, there is always valid argument for both sides. Always. Most of the time, there is always some argument. And right now we are not into a strong trend overall. We are into a consolidation. So there is always both possibilities that we break down or break up at some point. I mean, it's more than probable that will happen at some point. I mean, unless Bitcoin remain between these two levels for forever or just go down. I mean, go down. Go off. And by Bitcoin, I mean the exchanges. So if internet go off, all of a sudden, Bitcoin will not break in this side, otherwise it will break at some point. Betting on which side, well, that's a bet, right? You might make an informed decision on it, but there is always both probabilities. That's why I'm always playing both sides. And I was happy to look for short here. I was happy to look for short here. Happy to look for long down here. Take profit in the middle and you keep a portion running for when it breaks. But yeah, now this is my buy zone. So no reason for me to change my plan right now. I have a clearer chart, I think, here on the USDT. We have also extra argument for bulls now. I mean, we have a 4-hour bullish trend line on RSI. That was that 4-hour bullish div that led to a market structure change and a strong move up. And now that's where we are finding support. We are also looking at 4-hour bullish div building here locally. Reversal. Market structure change. Retest of support. Nothing unexpected. The strength, the speed of this move might have been unexpected, but the fact that we come back down here is not, and has always been. We are also retesting that trend line here. I would surely prefer to have some kind of nice ABC like this that I can count and be more confident about it. At the same time, if you get this, that means that everybody will see it and it will be too much of an easy long, maybe. Now I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of people feeling bearish right now at support. So for sure, you see my main support are in this green zone, which is overall golden pocket 786 level. Yeah, log linear, whatever. And which also are so weekly open, weekly level. We have a monthly level here as well. We have a POC, which is also POC of the whole range maybe now. Yeah, on USDT it is. It's more or less where we are. I mean, we are a bit under it, you know, but it's a 3-4 months POC, so I don't mind having a bit of the price action below it, you know. But overall, this area, you know, is defended because there is a lot of volume there. And yeah, weekly levels. So I will clearly prefer that we don't go much lower than this, especially not losing the weekly, but you know, my invalidation remain here, so sometimes it depends how much fear does the big player need to build the position, to how to find the liquidity they need. I don't necessarily have the answer for that. Now here you see I have some lines, so here on the lower time frame, we'll see that I'm not really able to count anything from here because there's no readable 1-2 wave. There's no readable wave 2 here unless it is way down. Anyway, that's crappy, so it doesn't really matter. What I'm focusing on is a structure where I can I at least try to read something. So we have 3 wave, or something that look like 3 wave at least. Can always fit anything we want, but as a first look, it looks 3-ish rather than 5-ish, you know, rather than motive. But it's slightly trending down, so what could it be? It could be an ending diagonal. That's why, yeah, I'm looking at this. We have a valid ending diagonal for now. That could make again break that low once more. Doesn't have to. But here we have so proposed wave 1, proposed wave 3 that is smaller than 1. So invalidation for this high D will be would only be the length of wave 1. but we could come deeper here. Oh, of wave 3. Wave 5 would need to be smaller than wave 3. Now we could do it here, or we could make this a wave 4 and have a wave 5 still about to finish down here. We could sweep it again. I would not invite this idea. And you know, overall, I mean, this is really not so much bearish from it. It's rather extremely. It's rather bullish, this kind of structure. You know, we take the low, have a good direction, take the low again, have a good direction, or decent one. Now it's getting, price action is getting tighter. Overall, we are building bullish div up to 4 hour. I can delete this. I mean, the low remain here on RSI, you know. All of this is lower lows and higher lows on RSI. It's reversal bull div on 1 hour, on 4 hour, even maybe, no, not on 12, but on 4 hour. And with this trend line, that is a, yeah, for me, that's the best thing I can see on this chart is really this confluence of our bull div and trend line support from the bull divs that lead to the market structure change. So yeah, pretty much. Here, there is a lot of movement here. BTC breaking down. It did not yet. If you will forget about SPX, would you consider the price range as a stupid buy or stupid sell? Not sure I understand the question, but I'm considering it stupid that Bitcoin follows so much stocks when they are open. I mean, there's no fundamental reason for that. And clearly, that's true. If you look at a 5-minute chart of stock and BTC stock when it's open, I mean, not the futures, but especially when it's open, clearly it's, yeah, they're moving together. They not necessarily make the same structure, but when stock is moving up, BTC is moving up, and I find this correlation stupid. It has no fundamentals to have this correlation, in my opinion. But yeah, that's how it is. For now, I don't think it will remain that way forever. I don't think there's any reason it remains like this forever. For now, it's just an algorithm correlation that have been decided by some that have deep pocket, enough deep pocket for this to play out like this. But Bitcoin is not an American stock, it's a worldwide asset class by itself. So it will find its own path at some point. That's my belief. Yep, I'm short on long in different accounts, but you know, it doesn't look strong today. I don't know. This is stressful. You know, when I'm reading this kind of comment that make me want to just buy even more. Don't want to be disrespectful, you know. I know it's normal, but that's not my meaning. It's just that, yeah, when the chart look crappy, very often that's the best time to buy, especially when it's slowly doing such things, looking crappy, fueling a bearish sentiment overall, and but technically being at support. Inside 24 4 minutes, expect a big low. If not, I'm long in that position. You're long in that position, you expect 14,500 today or next day, but you're long. Not really following you. Oh, you're short and long, that's you have to say, okay. Yeah, that's the best way to do it anyway, right? Always be not delta neutral, because sometimes you're more exposed to long than short, but yeah. And to be clear, yeah, I'm right now more exposed to long than short. If we take that low, I would be more exposed to short than long. I would be not long. I will not be long if we take that low. And if we start to lose the weekly here, I'll see, but yeah, we'll have to reassess maybe. And by losing it, I mean not doing that, right? That's for me the extra compound if we make a move down and start to recover. At the same time, yeah, that's it. But if we start to lose it, that's another story. SPX was targeting this option expiration at 38.50, 39. That's why the drop, I believe. And we are at 38.50. Okay. I also believe it's due to algorithm trading. Yeah, the correlation, that's for sure. Anyway, market is but I mean the liquidity providers use algorithm, and all the big trader, especially like crypto, or at least for what I know, are using algorithm to trade and enter position, because you don't just enter ultimately in position on a market buy. Now yeah, correlation, yeah, for sure, that's algorithm trading, but at the end of the day, there is somebody that decides to run that algorithm into that mode. At any point, you can decide to shut it off or reverse it or whatever. One person or several in this occurrence. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, that's pretty much it. What could I cover more? Maybe resistance to look at. In case we do start to move up, right? We'll just put Fibonacci celestial to the low, of course, as soon as we have some kind of market structure change confirmed here. Here to confirm a reversal, what I would see. Clearly, that would be a first step. It's to reclaim this, and of course to bridge this high here. Each of the high will be a nice extra step to confirm a reversal. Also, potential partial take profit, because if we were to do this, for example, we'll have a good chance of rejecting after confirming a bullish market structure change and be able to reposition lower and some kind of support that we'll be able to find. There will be a local POC that could move down here. Yeah, we'll see. I need to see it happen first to see which level will look the most important. 4 hour maybe. I would have liked to see this 4 hour close a bit better, but it's okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But probably, yeah, something like the monthly confluence with a golden pocket, something like this. To compound. And well, we still have this consolidation. Where is my VPVR? Here. I'd like to head up. So here we have confluence of POC of that range price action that is right in between the 0.618 and 0.66. So that would be the main target take profit if we were to start to move up. Especially if we do something like this, you know, find resistance above that high around that consolidation. We clear the block. When we will have likely some kind of 1-1 extension between this move and this move to give an extra confluence of a potentially corrective move up. Because for now we don't really know what this is. Is it corrective? Is it impulsive? And for all we know, I mean, this is for me clearly impulsive, but this I don't know. So if I'm looking to break that high, I'm looking for corrective move like this. I'm gonna break that high and form an ABC move. Starting to get dirty here. But yeah, for all we know, this could be just wave A, so we could be squeezing a bit for wave B and coming back down, breaking that low without breaking that low, and make a bigger wave B here before going for the high. So that's why it would be important for any position that are being built here to take partial profit. And of course, then I will set my stop below the low, even for the larger swing that I have my invalidation here. But as soon as we do change the trend, I will put my stop here. I will, yeah, partial take profit in this area, and so in case it reverse, I get stopped, but I can look for position to reposition again and reassess depending on the situation, of course. And if the correction is finished here, I have partial take profit, but then it might go to break the high. So at that point, we'll see if there is decent reason to look for short here or not. But yeah, main target. So yeah, that's same. This POC golden pocket for now. We have order block that are daily order block, or 4-hour order block maybe. Yeah, that's this consolidation as well. That's what we are seeing in a light gray band here. And of course, always, not always, but yeah, I mean, at work pretty nicely. We take our volume profile as well, and what do we have? We have fair value gap here up to here, so where no volume was traded, or at least no market buy. So that means that, well, for this example, that means that the algorithm went off and just went to market buy and some market sell. There was no liquidity here, because there's a bit more liquidity at limit, but there was no market buy. There's no green. And so this inefficiency gap, fair value gap, single print, whatever you want to call them, are also good target. Sometimes might be very more precise, in fact. So I would be aware of that more. I mean, protect profit, I would be more looking at the golden pocket. when one extension of a move here. And that's where I might be looking for short, at least intraday short, in case it's just a consolidation, but they will likely give a good direction, just like we had here, in fact, where we bounce from fair value gap down here, just at the low where we are right now, and there was a beginning here where we had a good direction as well. And anyway, so yeah, so what do we have next? Of course, I am giving you a few level to look for, but first of all, the fib level will change depending where we find a low. Obviously, I think we have decent chances of having one here, but it's not made yet, and it could go a bit lower, so that will change a bit. Then maybe I would consider the other POC, because right now we have POC of this move that is here. And you see I have a POC level as well, right under the chart, that is from the orange. Come on. Thank you. So yeah, depending on the tick size, we have almost equal ones where we are right now and up here. So that's really important layer. And I can plan to see potentially where I have, I will be looking at. It doesn't mean I will have a take profit set at limit already. And it will be just above here, maybe. Especially if I go to sleep, I will things start to move. I will probably just take profit just above here, in case it do that overnight. But otherwise, I will react more. I will more bet alarms and react accordingly when it happens. Yeah, and look at the order flow and everything. What do you think about Ethereum? That's funny because I talked quickly about Ethereum this morning and what my opinion is on Ethereum. Not so great. I mean, there's two things. I have here a count, mid-time frame count on Ethereum here, which is, can see by my watch list that I have a lot more interest into Bitcoin than Ethereum. I believe Ethereum might perform very well to the next cycle, to the next bull cycle. It has already performed pretty well since June low. My count is saying that we printed 5 waves here. Five waves from the low, more clearly than Bitcoin, in fact, and stronger. Obviously, we did make a stronger move from the low. At the same time, it has a lot more room to pull back, right? Right now, Bitcoin, it has a very low already. of its range, I mean of its June low, really close to it compared to Ethereum. Ethereum, we did broke the low here today, so it looked like we have a better candidate for finished corrective move on this, where on Bitcoin we are. So this started in August 29, August. Okay, yeah. Here for me I have an incomplete correction because I see an impulse here. Ethereum starting to run earlier on this low, it didn't make a lower low here. But then... Oh, come on. I'm gonna make it. Then it have a valid corrective move here, a valid impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would be probably looking at this to continue down toward, well, it's POC. As simple as that, right? Gonna make this another color so it's readable. Yeah, target initially 1-1. Of course, I prefer when everything is more tighter together. If we could have a POC, golden pocket, and 1-1, or in a tighter run, that would be better. But overall, that would be an area to look for with a weekly level. Now, I would be reading this on the lower time frame to see what target we can have. On the lower time frame, I was kind of expecting a better reaction out of it. 1, 2, 3. Now it looks like we are extending wave 3 here. I would start to, as always, count from that swing high. I'm reading a 1, 2, and I believe we are still into wave 3 here. Or maybe we are finishing wave 3. At some point I want to see a longer pullback up, consolidation by the 5th, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. I don't watch Ethereum as much, so I don't know exactly how it behaves, but I would suggest the target for this 3 should be here. 5, to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. It has room to go down a bit more, I think. Just a personal opinion. So yeah, so that's it for the count here locally, but overall that means that we have an impulsive move and I'm looking for continuation overall. It gives me even a bit more confidence about the potential bullishness of the crypto as a whole and Bitcoin, because I have a clearer impulsive move here. What seems clear, volume is not the best here, but yeah, give me a bit more confidence. Now it can take some time to pull back. Yeah, I say, well, too high volume node as well, so it could come lower. On the second through on another side, the BTC pair. Shift the chart even if there is not much on this. We are at pretty much a all-time high here, right? Almost head and shoulders here. Almost, I mean, it looked like it. And we also have 5 waves completed on the BTC pair. And we have pretty decent bearish div here, and daily up to the weekly. I think, yeah, locally we have a small bear div on the weekly, not from overbought, but from overbought on the daily. So of course this could still extend. I mean, could have a 1-2. Not sure it have to extend. Yeah, it doesn't have necessarily to pull back a lot. A 1-2 could finish its pullback at the 3-2, so in theory that should be enough. I would like to see daily RSI come back to a sold territory. And that means potentially several weeks of more strength into Bitcoin, allowing Ethereum to pull back more on its USD pair as well, while Bitcoin can balance back up a bit. And also, talking about this, Bitcoin dominance, where it is. I have a Bitcoin dominance chart somewhere. I will find it here. I mean, it seems to be time for Bitcoin to be the outperformer. There's always altcoin that will outperform. Not a big deal, but I mean, we are at the low again. And each time we took the local low, we have a nice run into resistance. Yeah, as well. Can we expect the same thing here? That would not be surprising, especially knowing that Ethereum has also it's what I just showed you that suggests it could go down, and it is the biggest crypto after Bitcoin. So if Ethereum go down, it will help the dominance go up. Yeah, to have some more weight into the dominance chart. So yeah, there's that for Ethereum. Love your video, French Bull. Let's be good. Thank you, great. Appreciate that. Trying to remain humble and helpful. What was the chat I have? Do you think a temporary bottom is in, or it look for now for potential new lows? Oh, Ethereum, I don't know. If you're talking about Ethereum, I don't know. I would have think earlier that we have a good candidate for 5 waves here. Now we are starting to go a bit too low for my way of doing Elliott Wave for this to be 5th. So that's why I say I think we are extending, and I don't know. I think it could go much lower. I don't know. Also, there was that behavior on coin here. We saw aggregated funding that was extremely negative, like we never saw. I don't remember for Ethereum. Yes, back, that was at the high. Extremely negative funding, and we did dip lower here. So negative funding usually is bullish, because then that means there is more sell pressure on derivatives than there is on spot. Now, as we successfully break down, come on, what is happening here? It could appear bearish to me. Now there's a lot of position closed and a shift here. I don't know, but the fact that we broke down on bearish, extremely negative and so bullish funding, even if we broke down after it, but overall in that range, that seems extra bearish to me. So I would not touch it personally. Not necessarily financial advice, of course. Hi, Keaton. Yeah, been a while. Thank you. Appreciate it as well. And local bottom for Bitcoin, I don't know, since that we are going for a new low again. It looked impulsive again here. I guess we'll see soon. I mean, we can take this a PC maybe. Again, maybe one last sweep of the low. According to this count, I would prefer that we don't do much more than one more sweep of the low, but you know, I'll say this is the best thing I've been able to come with on an Elliott Wave count, just based on what I can see locally from that last significant swing where there is a structure I can work with. There we go, we make a new low. We made. Ah, I'm on hold. Yeah, this liquidation stop loss are again absorbed here pretty early. 600 and BTC. I'm buying that. And you know, I have we're getting really close to invalidation of an ending diagonal here. Not so close. But yeah, I'm buying that. How low we went on FTX. FTX there's really a lack of liquidity there. It's not the first time we saw such a week. I mean, we stop at about 19,300 on all exchanges. It's not FTX. 200, $100 lower, and with just no liquidity. You can see there's just nothing. Just looking for the liquidation. That's not fair. Not fair. And what is... I mean, yeah, Bitfinex is still green. Oh, here we go. Nice SFP. Okay. I hope that was the low. Sincerely. That would be better. But as I was saying, I like to see really a strong recovery out of that. I don't want us to yeah, we need to break something at some point. And yeah, sometimes things does not look clear. That doesn't mean they are not bullish. And I'm thinking about that area. Somebody from the crew had a fractal about it. I didn't saw it, by the way. Anyway, about the fractal, but I remember this price action I had. So at that moment, I have a valid count looking for a low here. We bought the low at a very low, in fact, because we had a completed count that reached the target that was expected. We had a strong bump that changed the market structure. Take profit, short, there was imbalance here. Anyway, after this, I was looking at this as some kind of impulse, a 1 or an A, right? And so invalidation was here. Now, I was not able to count a nice complete corrective count in this price action. it was crappy, that's for sure. And that's a bit the problem with Elliott Wave. It can be extremely powerful, extremely helpful to be prepared and to sometimes find extremely precise entry. I mean, the fifth wave that we count here, or at the high here, or at the low here, was at less than 0.01% based with the help of Elliott Wave. But then after, with this, Elliott Wave was not so helpful. It was helpful in the sense that I know I have something impulsive here, and I was looking for another move, at least corrective. But here it was unbearable counting. It was not able to count. Nonetheless, was close enough to invalidation to be looking for long, and to be looking for lower time frame count where I enter here. There's still a green dot here. I have some kind of spring final shakeout, a strong reaction by the retest with invalidation here for leverage. Overall here buy zone with invalidation here. The good RR as the risk reward as the target is above that high. But yeah, so I need to be fluid. Here I don't have the count, but here on the 5 minute I have the count, and the higher time frame I have the count. So going long here, the same way here, right now. I have barely a count, barely a valid count here. I have one just from this swing high that suggests me maybe we have an ending diagonal, even if I don't know what it is really part of. But overall, I know I am bullish as long as we stay above that low. So anything here, I'm looking to be a buyer. And if we start to see a strong reaction and a correction, I will be again looking for a buy on a pullback with invalidation below that low. Especially if I can read nice 5 and nice 3, you know. The fractal, we might dip lower through, we have daily level below. Yeah, that was you, G-Roll. Talked about it. Yeah, I don't really see the fractal here, but nonetheless, I understand. For me, they simulate into the overall bear view, so that's already enough for me. And yeah, so yeah, maybe we do come lower. Maybe we keep ranging here, and maybe over the weekend, tomorrow, I believe even the last low we made on fractal I'll just show you before was on the weekend. I can remember that. That was on a, I don't remember, it was Saturday or Sunday, it was. And maybe we do a spring here. I will again be a buyer. In the same way, I have main take profit here now. That's for the whole position. That is average down here. And here, enter a more leveraged position. I will have take profit before, right? In fact, where do I take profit here? My entry is about 1939.2. Probably the weekly here. First take profit on a leverage position here would be nice if we can reach that. Close half of it and highlight the rest run. take profit as well around the monthly. I spread it a bit more. It will be the high tick here. Spike of volume is a bit high. I'm not really a fan of that. So much volume here. I prefer when there is a bit less volume. Yeah, that's the height. Do I have the time to look at XMR and Flux? I guess so. Quickly, what time it is? Almost an hour. Yeah, that's starting to be a bit too much. Okay, let's take a quick look at well, XMR. XMR BTC. Wow, we have our rejection from the weekly. One. I'm pretty bullish on XMR. Monero. I'm really interested in what will happen above that previous high here, above May 2021 high, to see if we get a rejection here, because it would be at the edge of being a corrective move here. And then see if we can hold this area. Overall, I'm pretty bullish on it. I'm reading an impulse correction, and I'm looking for more up. This is a scared asset. It is actually being used. Now there's always a risk that it get banned by Europe or USA. That will likely affect the price if it get banned. But otherwise, it's an asset I like, obviously. Be nice if you can make a 50 on USD pair. There's barely a trend. It's an asset that overlaps a lot in its price action, so it's not the best trending for now, but at least, you know, we have a floor here, we have a deviation below it, and we'll reclaim it. I mean, clearly I would like that it doesn't lose its low here. I would like it. Would be extremely important to me. As long as it stay here, I'm remain bullish. This will remain a buy zone. Validation below this low. And yeah, I remain bullish on that. And if we do have our 1-2 here, it started before. This is not a complete chart. I will need to look at a complete USD chart to really get a true target. And you know, it have a nice potential, I believe. Well, even from here. $10x or 2 more. Oh yeah, we'll look at real full target when we, if we do start a real run, then I will look at a complete chart. Flux, I have something on Flux. In theory, I have a chart on it. Okay. Yeah, we didn't come to this. So what do we have here? A 3. Either a 3, 4, 5, or we are still into with 4 here. Because this look 3 wavy, so it might be in some kind of flat here. But yeah, we have very good candidate for always 3. Very good candidate. Yeah, for impulse here, we have nice volume. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Why is the low here? Okay. That's 813, 814. So the low is here. Yeah, that's look like a flat. We'll be looking at this for support. It's pretty volatile. That's done. Looking at the high time frame resistance, what do we have? Don't have much. Weekly order block where we are right now. Oh yeah, I think we are on a 4 still. We still have a 5 to come. Maybe find resistance either in this monthly order block or sweep the high. Look pretty strong. Now it is starting to get less volume, so there's a bit less interest. Most of the volume in the wave 3, normal, but that means, yeah, we are potentially approaching the end of a trend. Bearish divergence on daily. 4 hours already reaching bullish divergence. Ideally, if it comes to the 1-1 extension here, miss of confluence. Another 1-1, but weekly level here could be where I would be interested. There are more data on QCon for Flux. I have another chart on QCon. Well, look at this. I don't know when this chart is from. I make too much things. So yeah, the idea here will be that we're still in wave 3, 4. We could have a valid 5th, you know. It's just that this doesn't look 5-ish. It has been really strong, so I think it could run more. At the end of the day, it's important to another resistance right now. But you know, surely that was support overall at the top, so now it's resistance, you know. That's why you want to take profit and see if you make a 1-2 and continue to another run. Luna classic. What, it's 2 weeks old? No, that's more. Yeah. And a better chart. That's a good looking chart. I mean, what can I say about that? It's doing what is expected, right? It's done so much. It is down so much that surely you can make crazy profit on such move because you make a 10x here from the low. Based on this, I would say, yeah, okay, it looked like a potentially accumulation might go on a run. There's not so much to work from. I mean, here we have a resistance up here, right? A forward block. For an hour low. I would not trade that. Personally, I'm not. I made one chart one time for Luna, the first Luna, and that was at the top. I made one trade when Luna Classic went up, I think. At the beginning, I just traded the first few moments of it, but that's it now. I mean, surely it can go up, but I don't really have anything to say more. There is volume at the low if we look at this from a Wyckoff perspective. Apparently there is exchange starting to list it since it's here on QCon and Binance since not so long. A few weeks, 2 weeks on Binance. That's maybe why it's moving a bit more. Yeah, I don't know what to say more. Anyway. DKNG. What is that? Craft King. It's on FTX. Monthly order block. Volume is not great. There is not an algo trading it, clearly. There is no base on the volume. There is sometimes where there's like there's a day where there's 0 trading volume. That's something. Now if you reclaim this, you got something. but there is no volume here, so yeah, maybe there is a DK, DKGN, no, DKNG. That's all. Oh, it's a stock on NYSE. Oh, and I'm on crypto here. That's why. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. That's why there is no video. It's weird. There is no Lago trading it on there. So first thing we can note is something that look impulsive, up and down. Volume up. Our selling was more here at the high, clearly. Increase in anti-selling. Increase in selling until we find here where we're starting to have buys, so that will be our preliminary support. And yeah, selling keep increasing until it finds absorption here at the low. Volume profile, POC moved to the low, so that's pretty nice. There's not a volume here in the preliminary support. Preliminary support here. So decreasing selling interest, increasing interest in buys, but there's still supply because it's really come at the high here, rejection, so there's a lot of selling coming here. I would say might be at the beginning of a structure, right? So accumulation structure on this. But I would want to see a bit more. A bit more time spent down here. Clearly we have a preliminary support here that is playing resistance. So we are at resistance. And selling climax, I would say this, where we have a spike of volume on the weekly. Selling climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, an uptrust to test the preliminary support. Now we want to come test again this area and see if it does a higher low or lower low, a kind of spring. And if really it is strong and we are doing a, and for now it's corrective. If we do a fifth here, it will maybe give a bit more credit to maybe make a higher low instead of a lower low. If it doesn't make a fifth, will be more credit for a lower low. But yeah, looking at range building. It's a big online bet. Okay, we have 1 hour and a half to reclaim for our trend line on BTC. Okay, what is BTC doing while I'm talking? You're welcome, Clumsy. Yeah, of course it would be better if we can hold this line. Hold the line, as they hold. So there's a bit time for this, you know. But clearly, I would prefer if the 4-hour candle closed nicely. If it closed above its open, that would be really strong. At least, yeah, back into the range. It's not looking the best, right? So where the potential for an SFP of the low, it needs to continue. It needs to be stronger than this. It needs to go at least here. or 5 at minimum, and I would even prefer if it can squeeze a lot more here. And then come back. There's so much volume here. It needs to squeeze back on the other side, or it's become not great. Slight bullish dip here. There's short at the low, you know. There's a lot of absorption in that. Now long are getting absorbed as well. How much is it? 300. 300. Not a lot of liquidity on FTX. So we have bullish at the low. This need to move. Short getting heavily absorbed here on Binance. Long getting wrecked. Trying each time. We'll see. I don't have a crystal ball. How low we will come. I would really prefer if we can hold that low right now. But I'm not gonna change my bias until invalidation is met. Overall, on leverage, I might, you know, here would not be in a leverage position if we get low again. If we start to have price action, as I said, below the weekly, we start to lose this trend. Yeah, I will wait. I will wait for the reversal on the lower time frame to say, okay, now I have more confidence. I'm looking for the retrace to position again on more leverage. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wait to get stopped on the non-leverage position that I'm holding. And you see, I had a box. We reached the bottom of the box, and we have been slowing down into that box. So I don't know, maybe there's some whales following my boxes, or my boxes are following the whales. Anyway, thanks everybody. I think I'm gonna finish this here. Appreciate you all. Thanks for all your participation. That was a nice stream. Don't forget to leave a like, to subscribe, to share the video, etc. Even leave a comment into the comments also, as it helps for, you know, the algorithm, for YouTube one, I mean. And yeah, have a nice weekend. Don't forget, the only thing we control in the market is how much we lose, so risk management is key. Thanks everybody. Have a nice day, nice evening.